The city of St. Catharines handed out its 2021 Arts and Culture Awards at an online ceremony November 15th. One winner was announced prior to the event, though. Janet Partridge was named the 2021 Patron of the Arts Award winner. Her son, Peter Partridge, joins us now. Peter, ever so humble, your mom would not step up onto the stage to accept the award.
Absolutely.
She was there.
She was there. We were able to bring her to the performance. It's just not her style. My dad loved being front and center and, up there. My mom has always been completely different, always in the background, and she much preferred, just to sit and have me go up and accept the award on her behalf.
I've got to go back to the thing you said about your dad. He certainly was no shrinking violet. He loved the attention.
Oh, he absolutely loved it. And, when they would make donations or, they would do stuff, Mom would rarely go up on stage with Dad. The opening concert of the PAC with the Niagara Symphony and Chorus Niagara, Mom did go up, with some of the dignitaries and help cut the ribbon. But the following week, the official opening of the PAC with Serena Ryder, Mom, just like last week, stayed in her seat and just watched as Dad and the mayor and the MPP and other dignitaries did all their stuff, and she was very happy just to sit and watch everything unfold.
As a son who grew up in this family with two people that were so dedicated to the arts and so dedicated to giving back, what was your feeling to stand up there and accept the award on her behalf?
Oh, I was so proud of Mom, and I was so happy to stand up there. Mom has never wanted any attention, but she has worked in the background for so long. Dad was always front and center, but Mom was, an equal partner and did so much behind the scenes stuff. They did so many joint concerts together. They were both organists at different churches, and Dad would be front and center, but Mom would do all the behind the scenes stuff. When I was in grade 5 at Glenridge Public School, Mom was a volunteer music teacher the entire year. The school didn't have a music teacher. It was a small school, and Mom said, you know what, I've got 2 boys doing it. I have a teaching background, and I'll just volunteer. And Mom did it the entire year and wanted no fanfare, nothing. That was just her style.
In grade 5, that wasn't yet a point where she would cramp your style.
No, that's right. It was fine having Mom there. And, it was a small school, and you knew everybody in the neighborhood, and, we liked having Mom around, and no problem with that. My brother and I, we were completely fine with it.
You mentioned Niagara Symphony, Chorus Niagara. These are 2 organizations that both of your parents strongly supported over the years. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, Dad came in 1964 to Niagara to be the director of music at Ridley, and he and Mom got married in 1968, and they were both heavily involved, in the arts. And with the symphony and Chorus Niagara, it was always one of the goals, for both of them, but especially for Dad, to see a venue like the PAC come to fruition. And they have been so involved, both with donations and sponsorship of the symphony and Chorus Niagara. Over time, lots of friends have been involved. They've been on the board of directors, and it was so important to them to see a local symphony and a local, choral organization which have done so well. They want to help see them supported. The arts generally doesn't get a lot of support, and they need community donors, to step up. And Mom and Dad were always one of the first to accept and say, yes, we'll sponsor this performance, or we'll do this.
With their donation for Partridge Hall, how much input did they have? How much did they watch the process as far as the planning as it was coming along?
Dad was involved right from day one. The former mayor, Brian McMullen, had tapped Dad to help lead the fundraising. The PAC was short about $5 million after all the government, money that they were awarded. And so Dad was tasked with Martin Van Zon, who was a hired organization to help, of raising the money. And that's where Dad wanted to step up, Mom and Dad. So he was involved the entire way with the planning. I mean, I was on tours with Dad right from the start, right from when it was just rubble. There was nothing there. And we got a picture of Dad standing where he would have been standing in Partridge Hall, on nothing. So having worked with Dad, I lived through this for 5 years of seeing everything develop, seeing the plans, and Dad worked, so he just loved doing it. It was just so effortlessly doing it because this was so easy for him and something that he wanted to see. And Mom loved it all, of course, in the background.
You've learned a lot from your parents, obviously, and you sit on boards. You were chair of the United Way campaign, You were also on the board, or still are also on the board of the PAC. How important is it for you to give back just like your parents do?
Oh, I think it's really important. My mom's family, the Burgoyne family, goes a long time, generations back here, and have been very involved. And so growing up, I saw both my parents, my uncle, my aunt, so involved in the community. And it was just sort of a natural fit. And I've really enjoyed, many of the boards that I've been on, and volunteers in various sectors, whether it's sports, whether it's arts, and I think it's really important, being a community leader, to step up and serve some time and help. I mean, we live in a great community in Niagara, but you need the volunteers to help step up, and my parents are both great examples of giving back.
Back to your mom, she continued to help younger people in schools. She continued to support music programs in schools beyond your grade 5 year.
Yeah, that's right. My wife is an elementary school principal, and so for basically the last 15 or 16 years, my wife would always tap Mom to come in and play the piano kind of during holiday performances. And Mom would get to know some of the teachers and even some of the kids, and she would just love going in and helping play and do whatever the music teacher wanted. Just a way to give back for Mom. So she just loved doing it, and my wife would continually tap her on the shoulder.
Civic Carol concert coming up in St. Catharines, something that was very closely tied to your father for many years.
Yep. I think this is the 31st year, and Dad was involved with Ross Stretton from day one, and it's always been such a great event in the community. It just brings so much joy. It's a non-denominational, hour-long concert, gets some fantastic high school choirs, great motivational speaker, talking about their reflections of Christmas and what it means to them. And it was, Dad would just be in his element, just standing up there, singing, loves the conducting, huge smile on his face. And, my wife and I would join my mom, and we'd bring our boys when they were younger, kind of 3 and 5, 4 and 6, and Papa would wave to them, and they would just love it. And, they'd have to stand on the chairs to be able to see. But it was just such a great community event, and I'm glad it's carrying on with the mayor and Ross Stretton and Dave Sizzler and people like yourself. So
it's such a great event, and it really does bring the community together.
It really does. It's great when they can, hopefully next year, can pack 500 people into St. Thomas's Church and do a live performance. It's just one of those great days in the community. It just brings great joy to the downtown.
Peter, please congratulate your mom, Janet, on behalf of all of us here at YourTV. She's so well-deserving of this award, and it would have been great to have her in here, but I hate to say you're second best, but...
I am. There's no doubt I am second best. It would have been great to have Mom here, but we never would have got her here. So, congrats to Mom, and thanks for having me on.